To understand how everything started and how it spiraled so far out of control, we need to begin where the letters began. Circleville, Ohio, in 1976. Circleville is one of those classic Midwestern towns where the houses are modest, the streets are quiet, and everybody knows everybody. The kind of place where the biggest scandal is usually who put what in whose casserole for the church potluck or something like that. But underneath the small town politeness, Circleville had something else brewing, something darker, something watching. And that brings us to Mary Gillespie. Mary was a well-liked school bus driver, the kind of woman who kept her head down, did her job, and wasn't known for drama. But in March of 1976, Mary opened her mailbox and found something that would change her life forever. An anonymous letter. No return address, no signature, no clue who sent it. Just a blocky, dramatic handwriting, the letters drawn almost like a ransom note, stiff and deliberate, as if the writer didn't want their natural handwriting to shine through. And inside, a message dripping with threat. The letter said Mary was having an affair with the school superintendent, a man named Gordon Massey. It warned her to end the affair immediately. It told her, "I know what you're doing. I'm watching you. If you don't stop, I'll expose everything, and your children will be harmed." This wasn't a warning. This was a threat, and it came out of nowhere. Mary denied the affair immediately, of course, and whether she was telling the truth or not wasn't really the point, because the letter wasn't asking, it was accusing her, and it wasn't seeming like it was going to stop. Mary kept the letter at first. She didn't want to upset her husband, Ron Gillespie, until she knew whether this was a prank or something serious. But then more letters came, and then more. And suddenly, the writer wasn't just watching. They seemed to know where Mary drove, where she worked, where she lived, and who she talked to. And the threats escalated. The tone got angrier, more personal, and eventually the writer reached out to someone else. Her husband, Ron. Ron's letters didn't just accuse Mary of cheating, they told him to do something about it, to act, to put a stop to it, or else. Whoever this person was, they weren't just trying to expose an affair. They were trying to instigate something. And Mary and Ron panicked, of course. Who would do this? And how do they know so much about our personal lives? Ron and Mary quietly told a few family members, Mary's sister, Mary's brother-in-law, Ron's sister, Karen Sue, and Karen Sue's husband, Paul Freshour. Now, at this point, this case is still quite small, still contained. But that wouldn't last, because the letters didn't just continue, they multiplied. Soon, residents all over Circleville started getting anonymous letters exposing secrets, making accusations, spreading rumors. The letters hit city officials, school employees, law enforcement, and everyday families. Circleville wasn't just being watched. The whole town was being stalked. People began whispering, pointing fingers, wondering who among them was the writer. Because one thing was clear, the writer lived here, and they knew everything. And then, one day, everything took a sharp, violent turn. It was August 19th, 1977, just about a year after the first letter arrived. Ron received a phone call at home. We still don't know exactly what was said, but the message was clear enough. The caller claimed they knew who the letter writer was. So Ron grabbed his gun, got into his pickup truck, and told his children he was going to confront this person once and for all. Ron drove off, and it would be the last time anyone saw him alive. Not long after leaving home, Ron's truck veered off the road and slammed into a tree. This would kill Ron instantly. Now, here's where things get strange, to say the least. Now, the sheriff's office found Ron's gun in the truck, and one shot had been fired, but no bullet was found on scene. So, let me repeat that. One shot fired, a spent shell casing, no bullet on scene, no explanation, no witnesses, nothing. So did Ron fire at someone? Did someone fire at him? Was he run off the road? Did he panic and lose control? It was discovered that Ron's blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit. So police said, drunk driving. Case closed, right?